What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, my name is Louis. I am an amateur poker player here in San Antonio, Texas. And recently I just got asked a question about where is a good place to go play for beginners, whether you're just starting out, like just only know that it's Texas Hold'em or PLO, whatever case may be, or if you're just been playing for a little bit and kind of want to play in a cash game. So I wanted to go ahead and make a video, whether you're new to live poker or just want to have fun at a place. I'm gonna go ahead and break down some rooms that are good for beginners, at least in my opinion, and what you should be looking for. So a couple of things that y'all should be going over, or at least looking for in at least in my opinion, a poker room for beginners would be if they offer low stakes. You want to go in and try to look for a poker room that offers a 1-2, 1-3 game that's capped, meaning there's only a certain amount of money that you can buy in at one time. Those are going to be more kind of your speed and friendly 1-2 games that you're going to be looking for. Don't get me wrong, there's a time and a place and a level for uncapped, match a stack, 100% match a stack, whatever case can be. It's not so much a risk towards your bankroll. If you're trying to go into a live poker room, I would look for some low stakes. You don't want to buy into 100, 200 tournament that you're not going to be able to afford much, and especially since most of those are kind of a little bit more experienced players. Low stakes, $20, $50 buy-ins. Some of them, a lot of the poker rooms that are good for tournaments are going to offer your free rolls, whether it be a $10, $20, or $30 buy-in. I can guarantee the price pool to be like $1,000 or $2,000, $3,000, whatever it case to be, and it's going to be a low buy-in. So you don't want to buy into a big tournament that are going to be full of very experienced players. You also want to look for a poker room that has a welcoming environment and a welcome staff, that you're going to be able to sit down at a table and not have to worry about, kind of almost embarrassing yourself. The dealers are going to be very patient with you and could explain any rules that you may do, may not know, as well as the players themselves are going to be very welcoming and understanding that, hey, we were there too, and we're going to go ahead and welcome this beginner and teach him or her how to play. Another thing you want to be looking at, for especially here in San Antonio, is the hourly rate. Whether it's $5 an hour to $15 an hour, you don't want to pay that big amount of hourly, especially if you don't know how to play. The games kind of run a little bit slower for amateurs and for newbies, so you're going to pay a lot more in time rather than actually playing. A lot of these poker rooms do offer military and first responders discounts, so be on the lookout for those if you're military or first responders, as well as they offer happy hours. Sometimes they offer no time during a certain amount of hours, whatever case may be. Those are the things you want to be looking for, so that way you can be able to have some sort of decent win rather than paying hourly. So my biggest tip, if the place feels aggressive and you feel like you're the only newbie, highly recommend just kind of go and filling it, say, hey, this is not for me, whatever, and go ahead and walk out and look for a different room. Nothing wrong with that. So the first place we're going to go over is Wrestlers Club. Now, if you see my videos, you already know this place. If you're new to the channel, Wrestlers Club is a private social club with a great atmosphere for newcomers. Atmosphere there is like more of a community. The staff is really friendly. Right now, they're doing free play, which is basically meaning all you gotta do is pay the daily fee, and they're not gonna charge you any hourly or hand fee or whatever case would be. So this is perfect if you're a new beginner and trying to learn the ropes. If you're military or first responders, you get them for free. They have that big discount. They do have tournaments there every Wednesday, which is a $50 buy-in, $1,000 guaranteed, but it's always good. It's always a very great turnout. A lot of beginners and amateur poker players are there. Since this is a private club, they do offer other games like Baccarat, Blackjack, but they call it Bullseye, Ultimate Texas Hold'em, and 3-card poker. But everything is legal. Everything is, gone through Texas and everything, and they have their occupation certification. So so that way they can run the business as they do. And because of that, because you end up playing in a poker tournament or in a cash game, whatever, they do offer perks that no other card club can be doing right now, and those are very month to month. So please check out their local promotions for the month to see what you're gonna get. It's a big place but smaller poker room, so you're gonna be able to kind of get those smaller poker players to come play. It's less intimidating rather than the big poker clubs that are here in San Antonio. And like I said, you don't have to worry about those hourly rates, which is great for beginners. It's located across the street from Holmes High School and across the highway from Ingram Park Mall. So it is a good place. I go there a lot. It's good people. Next on the list that I prefer is Aces Card Club. It's another great choice for new players, especially later in the afternoon and evening. They kind of get more of the games that way. They do offer poker tournaments there that are, great as well. And they also have discounts for military and first responders. I'm not sure what it is. I think it's a discount on the hourly rate. What it is, I am not sure. Highly recommend giving them a call or checking out their website. They do have a welcome environment, good traffic in the evenings, as well as a great place to, build comfort for live action. I'll play there a good amount and really a good solid place to kind of learn. This place is located near Lackland Air Force Base off of Highway 90. They do have security. They do patrol the parking lot, which is great. So highly recommend this place if you're a beginner poker player and just trying to learn the ropes. Other place is called the Big Blind that I would recommend. Offers daily cash games and tournaments, which are great for beginners. It is a place where beginners can mix it up. You will get those beginning players, but you also get those intermediate players, so that way you can kind of get those mix and get used to kind of playing a little bit more aggressive players. It has a social mix vibe, kind of to relax and chill. It's on the opposite side of San Antonio from where I would just mention these other two. It's off of 1604 and 281, kind of over there in that Stone Oak area. Highly recommend the place. I play there a few times. It's just a little bit too far, not a little bit too far, but it's far for me to kind of make a continued trip over there. So I'd rather just play at Wrestlers or Aces since I live on this side of town. Now let's talk about a few of the other big card clubs here in San Antonio. These are excellent venues, but are going to be typically better when you get more experience underneath your belt. First and foremost, we're going to mention is the Lodge Card Club of San Antonio. Used to be Rounders. They bought it out. It's one of the biggest poker rooms in town with tons of tables and frequent tournaments. But games here can be tougher and deeper, meaning the 1-2, 1-3 games are kind of play a little bit more bigger than what they are. So you will run into a lot of the players that will sit at a 1-2 game buying in for $1,000, $2,000, $3,000 just to play a 1-2 game. So that the game tends to be bigger, but they do offer some small games here and there, especially when they first started off. Highly recommend it, just to go check it out. Maybe you'll find a 1-2, 1-3 game that's gonna be right for beginners. They have their breakfast brunch, which is great. They do have some fruit rolls at night. These are great tournaments to kind of get used to and kind of play. The hourly tends to be a little bit bigger. Once you kind of get experience and everything like that, it's gonna be worth it. It is a big card room. Highly recommend going to see there and just go check it out. Another card house of note would be SA Card House. SA Card House is another popular spot with regular cash games and tournaments. The competition here can be strong, and it's known for having a solid action. So you're going to get those friendly 1-2 games. I play there a few times. I tend to like it a little bit more than a Lodge, just for beginners. The action is, 50-50 depending on which night you go, whatever the case would be. I haven't played so much of their tournaments, so I can't really say too much of it. I know they do offer low stakes tournaments. If they're run any way like the cash games going, as far as staff and dealers are concerned, I'm pretty sure it's going to be a good tournament. It's a great next step once you're comfortable at the tables. This card house is located off of 281 as well. It's a great place, a great vibe as well. So you've been grinding away at the bar poker scene or coming from a different city, state, and home games and everything like that. There's a few things you need to learn or understand. The rules that you do play at bar poker as well as your home games are not always correct. Understand that there are rules such as TDA rules, WSOP rules, as well as Roberts rules, which is for cash games. My biggest tip for you is learn from it. Don't make a big scene about whether it's right or wrong. Understand that there's going to be differences. There's going to be differences on how they run. Just be patient with it and learn from it. Ask questions. As well as the card rooms themselves are going to have local card room rules. So I would suggest as a beginner to go read those rules. They usually have them post them up on the side or in front, so that way you can read those and understand that those are going to be the rules that are going to be governing in that poker room. So that's it for me. Again, if you're a beginner or coming from the bar poker scene, highly recommend checking out those tournaments I mentioned at Rustlers, Aces, and the Lodge. Those are great tournaments and budget friendly for beginners, as well as, you know, kind of taking that next step from the bar poker or your home games to the next level. So if you like the videos, leave a like, drop a comment down below. Whether you have stories, whether you have comments, whether you have questions, or you want to meet up for a cash game or want more questions about tournaments, you know, go ahead and leave a comment. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And yeah, hope to see you there. Don't forget to subscribe and hit that notification bell. Till next time, see y'all later.